In life, we often promise ourselves that we will remain honest, work hard, and hold tightly to our values. But sometimes, just one careless thought, one tiny spark of greed can burn down everything we have built. Have you ever wondered how one decision could either open the gates of opportunity or close them forever? Today's story is about a young man named Petter, and if you listen closely, you will see how every moment of his journey teaches us the power of controlling our thoughts and our mind. Many years ago, in a quiet little town surrounded by fields and rivers, Petar lived a simple life. He was not born into wealth, nor did he ever taste the comfort of luxury. His days were filled with struggle. Each morning, he left his small wooden house with hope in his heart, searching for work. Some days, he found small jobs, lifting boxes at the market, cleaning tools in a workshop, or carrying supplies for shopkeepers. On those days, he earned a little money, bought some bread, cooked a simple meal, and went to sleep, tired but satisfied. But many days ended differently. Petar returned home empty-handed, with an aching body and an emptier stomach. Still, despite his hardships, Petar was known for one thing: his honesty. He never lied, never cheated, never stole. Even when he had nothing, he refused to take what was not his. People in the town respected him for it, though some would say, "What good is honesty when it cannot fill your stomach?" Yet Petar believed something deeper. His father had once told him, "Son, your mind is your kingdom. If you lose control over it, you lose everything. But if you guard it with discipline and honesty, no one can truly defeat you." These words lived inside him like a flame that never went out. One evening, after spending the entire day searching for work and finding none, Petar was walking home with heavy steps. His heart sank with disappointment, his stomach groaned in hunger, and his mind whispered with doubt. Just then, he heard a voice from behind him. "Is there anyone here who can help me carry something?" Petar turned around and saw an old man standing near the road. The man had 3 large duffel bags beside him, each looking heavy enough to break a strong man's back. Without hesitation, Petar walked up to him and said, "Yes, sir, I can help." The old man looked at him carefully and said, "I need to travel to the next village. It is quite far and I cannot carry all 3 bags alone. I can take 2 with me, but the third one is too heavy. If you carry it for me, I will give you 3 gold coins." Petar's eyes widened. 3 gold coins! It was more than he could earn in several days of work. Grateful for the chance, he agreed immediately. As he lifted the bag, his shoulders nearly buckled. "This is heavier than I expected," he muttered. The old man calmly replied, "Yes, it is filled with bronze coins." Though the weight was nearly unbearable, Peter placed the bag firmly on his back and began walking alongside the old man. Step by step, they made their way down the dusty road. While they walked, Petar noticed something unusual. The old man kept looking at him, studying him with sharp, almost suspicious eyes. Petar thought to himself, "Perhaps he worries I will run away with this bag." He shook his head and reminded himself, "But I am not a thief. I would never betray someone who trusts me. I just want to earn honestly." After a while, they reached the bank of a river. Petar stepped into the cool water, the heavy bag still pressing on his shoulders, and began to cross. But when he looked back, he saw the old man still standing on the other side, holding his 2 remaining bags.
"Why don't you come?" Petar called out. The old man shook his head. "I am too old," he said. "If I try to cross with these 2 bags, I might drown. Can you carry 1 more bag for me? Don't worry, I will give you 3 more gold coins."
Petar hesitated for a moment, but then agreed. When he reached for the second bag, the old man stopped him. "Before you take it, promise me you will not run away. This bag is filled with silver coins. It is hard to trust people these days." Peter frowned a little, offended. "Do I look like a thief to you? I don't cheat for money. I am an honest man." With some frustration, he picked up the second bag and carried it across the river. Even the silver inside did not tempt him away from his values. Soon, they reached the foot of a hill. Petar began climbing slowly, each step harder than the last under the crushing weight of the bags. But when he looked back, the old man was still standing at the bottom, struggling. "Come on," Petar called. "Why are you still down there?" The man shook his head. "I cannot climb with this last bag. My body is too weak. Can you take it for me? But listen, this bag is filled with gold coins. If you run away, I will never be able to catch you." Petar was frustrated now. "I told you already," he said, breathing heavily. "I am not that kind of person. I will not betray your trust." The old man hesitated, then finally handed him the bag. "I do not know if you speak the truth," he murmured. "But go ahead. Walk slowly and wait for me on the other side of the hill." Petar lifted the last bag, his body nearly giving out under the weight of all 3. As he climbed higher, sweat poured down his face, his legs trembled. But then, as he walked along with all 3 bags, a dangerous thought entered his mind. "If I run away now, the old man will never catch me. I will be rich forever." Another thought followed. "He is old. He has little time left in this world. What does he need with all this money? But I am young. With this wealth, I can live a grand life. I can marry a beautiful woman, I can build a house, eat the finest food, and never suffer again." The thoughts grew louder and louder until they drowned out everything else. His father's words faded. His honesty trembled. His discipline cracked. And then, without another moment of hesitation, Petar began to run. He ran with all 3 bags until he reached his small home, his chest pounding, his breath heavy, his heart racing with excitement. He had done it. He had taken the chance to change his life forever. But when he opened the bags, his eyes widened in shock. There was no gold, no silver, no bronze, only small, worthless stones. Confused and furious, Petar searched through the bags until he found a folded note. With shaking hands, he opened it and read the words. "I am the king of this land. I have no family, no heir to my throne, and my years are numbered. I have been searching for an honest man to call my son and future king. If you had not run away, if you had controlled your mind for just one more moment, you would have been that man." Petar dropped the note. His legs gave way and he fell to the ground in disbelief. All his life he had been honest. All his life he had resisted temptation. But in one single moment of weakness, one single greedy thought, he had thrown away the greatest opportunity of his life. His mind had betrayed him. This story teaches us something powerful. Even the most honest man can fall when he loses control of his thoughts. Every action begins with a thought. Thoughts become words. Words become actions. Actions turn into habits. And habits create the future we must live in. So, if we want a life of peace and success, we must protect the very beginning, our thoughts. Negative thoughts can destroy us faster than any enemy, but disciplined thoughts, honest thoughts, can guide us toward a life far more beautiful than we can imagine. Our mind is a garden. The seeds we plant today, whether of greed or honesty, discipline or weakness, will grow into the future we face tomorrow. So plant carefully, protect your mind, and remember, the strongest man is not the one who lifts the heaviest stone, but the one who lifts himself above his own temptations. If this story touched your heart, share it with someone who needs to hear it. Tell me in the comments, have you ever faced a moment when your mind tempted you to step away from your values? And if you want more stories that remind us of the power of honesty and discipline, don't forget to subscribe, because sometimes one simple story can change the way you see your entire life.